It is about 1 week before grid life, and as most of us know, the Kenda tire situation is pretty dried up right now. So unfortunately, I've had to resort to some other sizes. Now I've actually had a couple of surprises here along. I took here a few weeks ago. I took place in the Myrtle Beach 225 or the small tire competition that they had on there, limited it to a 225 tire size. And for that, I used the Falken Azenis RK615 and the Azenis 660s. And let me show you how those guys wore here real quick. So nice, even, flat all the way through. That one I went a little extreme with. Here on the bottom, that is a Continental Pro contact. Never ever run those. Those are awful. And then this one right here is because at the last event that I had at the Drift Pony, I had there's about 15 minutes left in the session, and I didn't want to come off and switch tires, and they were slicks. They basically look like these guys right here. I didn't want to come off, change tires, so I just kept going, and I got 4 more laps out of those things with them being slicks. So it's a week before grid life, my first grid life for both me and my teammate Dirk. It's our first grid life, and we're gonna have to put and I'm basically, because of no kendas, I have to figure out what it is that I want to use. So I'm kind of cheaping out. I'm using the Vercellis Strata 2, which I have used before in the past, and I have some high hopes for them. They did seem to be okay back then, but it was also on a really weird tire size. It was like a 205 50/18 or something like that, something really weird. But they actually held up, and I had them on an E39 540 at the time. So they did okay. So I do have some really high hopes for this budget tire right here, the Vercellis Strata 2. And the other one I'm trying is the GT Radial. It's a Champion Pro. I'm trying both of them. I have high hopes for that one too, because it actually does look the part. So I guess I'll submit another post here in about a week or so, letting you know exactly how grid life went and how these tires wore. But back to the Falkens, I absolutely would buy the Falkens again for competition. Absolutely, 100%. I have no complaints. They didn't chunk. They didn't delam. The grip on them was amazing. If I had to pick one of the two, I would say the 660s edged the 615s, but not by a lot. Where they just felt a little smoother to me. So it's both of them, 100% run them again, and I definitely use them as steer tires. I didn't even think about them as steers, but they did really good for me. And I probably ought to mention what chassis I have. I have a 97 BMW Z3. It's a 3.2 liter turbo. It's a S52 powered. Only 12 pounds of boost, so it makes a little over 400 down to the ground on E85. So that's the chassis. I used the Azenis at Rockingham and Lake Erie Speedway. I got them down to about 30% at the Rock, and then finished them off at Lake Erie, and they seem to hold up a lot better at Lake Erie. So I'll definitely let you guys know about these GTs and the Vercellis here in about a week or so. All right, later.